Today we're starting a new cycle. We just coming off of a deload week, and we're about 4 months out from a competition. So we're not really pushing super heavy weights on any of the competition lifts. Primarily just working reps and some volume. We are pushing some of the assistance stuff a little harder, but a lot of that is higher rep, higher volume as well. So today we started off with the bench press. That was a switch. Last few cycles we've been incline pressing first. That was giving us some pre-exhaustion going into the bench, making it so we could get hard work with less weight. We were also pushing a lot of volume, doing a lot of sets of 8, building. So today, at the start of this cycle, we're going 8 at 185, 8 at 225, and then 3 sets of 8 at 245. Next week, we'll increase the weight by going 8 at 185, 8 at 225, 8 at 245, and then 2 sets of 8 at 265. The final week of the cycle, the peak week, the third week of the cycle, we will go 8 at 185, 8 at 225, 8 at 245, 8 at 265, 8 at 285. After we benched, we moved to the incline press. Incline, we've been putting in quite a bit of work on over the last few cycles. We've had it prioritized. It was first in the order of exercises. Last cycle we went 5s. The previous couple cycles we were doing 8s. This cycle we're going 3s. So we're going to build up to a heavy triple on it. We just went 185, 205, 225, 245 today. We'll push that. Next week we'll go to top set of 3 at about 255. And then the third week we'll go to a top set of 3 at 265, maybe 275. After we finished our heavy barbell work, then we went into some hypertrophy work. So we did a pre-exhaust setup here where we did pec deck and immediately went to the machine dip. We did 4 rounds of that, going 12 reps on the pec deck, followed by 12 reps on the machine dip. The machine dip is the Omega flying dip. Pretty rare piece, interesting feel to it. It pivots in front of you. A lot of the dip machines pivot behind you. So you'll be able to see that here. That was finishing off our push work in this upper body session. Next we'll go to some pull work. I like to get some pulling, following pressing so that we can traction the shoulders and balance out the work that we're doing so that we hopefully keep things healthier, working better longer. So we go to the row. We've been doing a lot of work on the Cybex Row. Just got this piece in and really enjoying it. Getting a nice stretch on it, good contraction. It's very smooth. So on the Cybex Row, we were doing this as a post-exhaustion set. We did the row and then went immediately to the Nautils rowing torso, hitting our rear delts. So we were doing a multiple joint followed by a single joint exercise. Nautils rowing torso is coming up next. That's an interesting piece. It's a good way to hit your delts because of the cams on it and the fact that it's selectorized. You can keep appropriate tension throughout the entire range of motion instead of like when you do rear delt flies with dumbbells. The weight's going to unload as you move your arms through the range of motion. It'll be the most tension at the top and least tension at the bottom there. So this Nautils rowing torso does a nice job of keeping tension in the delts, keeping the appropriate amount of resistance throughout the range of motion. This was getting me taxed pretty well today. Start kind of cutting some of the reps as I'm fatigued, just trying to finish pumping and burning it out. After we got done with our upper back work, then we went into some arm work. This was all pull, so we used the burn machine bar. This burn machine bar is interesting. The handles rotate. They'll go all the way around, so you can get as much rotation as you want. As you can see there at the bottom, I'm going totally pronated on some of them, and then coming up to a pretty good supinated position. This feels great on the arms. It's a heavy bar. It's got that weight in the middle of it that slides if you aren't pulling it up even. But it really adds a nice pump, really hits the biceps hard. That supination is an important part of the function of the biceps, so I like having that in there. After we get done with the burn machine bar, we were doing four rounds of this. We went right to the Ironmind Gripper, doing sets of about 20 on there. I usually keep that rep range between 20 and 30. Finish up the pump on the forearms, help the grip. And then we finished up with some core work here on the ab wheel. I like the ab wheel because we're engaging the back in there too when we extend out and then pull our arms back in. We're going into shoulder extension.